hope this happens in my lifetime, but where we need to go, and I intend to help steer us in that direction. And that is really this whole notion that a municipality is responsible for somebody's pet when they don't want it anymore. Um, that's going to be evolving out of a couple of things, out of enlightenment and then out of necessity. Because a pet is not a mattress or a washing machine or an old car. So this notion that you can take the trash in the olden days to the dump, and then you just, I can't keep my pet anymore, here you go. And I think we're going to be moving away from that, and I know that's what we're working on in Austin right now, and that is to become a resource center. We call ourselves an animal center. That's okay, that's better than pound, and it's more accurate than shelter, but really we're an animal resource center. And we probably could say pet resource center or companion animal resource center, but we also do livestock, we also do wildlife. So more of an animal resource center, and that is when you come to us, intake might be an outcome, but it's not a certainty, because the other thing we might be doing for you is helping you find housing you can afford that is not discriminatory. The other thing we might be doing for you is helping you with an emergency foster, because you're dealing with a temporary situation in your life, a job loss, loss of housing, domestic violence, incarceration. You're dealing with some emergency in your life that could be temporary or a little longer term, and you don't want to just give up your pet. So intake might be one option, help with housing might be another option, help with affordable medical care if it's an emergency that you have not saved for. So there's all these other options that can happen when you come in to an animal center that really should be a resource center for the community rather than an impoundment facility. Right. So I think we're going to be moving in that direction. I mean, that's what we're all kind of working towards in the country. Best Friends Animal Society feels strongly about that, and they've set a very ambitious goal of no kill for the country in 2025. And Maddie's Fund is the same thing, very, very supportive and driven towards helping communities eliminate the killing of homeless pets. The other thing I want to mention to you is the other thing for us to think about is the challenges we have with homeless pets are kind of similar to the challenges that homeless people face. And that is not having advocates, not having a safety net, not having resources and options. And so people are ending up homeless because lost a job, medical emergencies, mental health issues, domestic violence. There's a multitude of reasons why people find themselves without a home, usually a financial crisis. And pets are kind of similar, and I think we need to start thinking about it in the same way. Because a pet is homeless, why would we kill it? Why not start with life first? Me, I've been in public service for 30 years and devoted to public service excellence. I feel that it's a calling and it's a noble profession. And so when I got into animal services, I approached it from this standpoint. A firefighter doesn't look at a house on fire and say, well, I'm only going to bring the people out on the first floor, because the people on the second floor are going to be too expensive, or I might fall and get hurt. It's going to take too long. We don't make excuses in public service excellence with police, with fire, with libraries, with schools, with parks. We want the best. We don't say we're going to have a dangerous playground. We don't say we're going to have trails that people can't use because they're not maintained. We don't say we're only going to teach the kids that are good looking or wealthy or dress nice. So we should take that same ethic and that same lens to animal services. And rather than starting with death, we start with life. And then work our way backwards. Rather than being an impoundment facility, because treating pets as trash and unwanted, we treat them as what they are. They're living creatures. They were part of somebody's family, and it's not their fault that they're homeless, and we help rehome them.